guys, this is your chance. This is our first ever full BD Bolt swag pack giveaway. What are you gonna get? You're gonna get the BD Bolt hat. You're gonna get the BD Bolt decal. We'll send you two. That way if you wanna put them on your truck, you can put one on both sides. We're also gonna give you a BD Bolt shirt in your size. Now here's the deal. All you gotta do to enter is comment the wolf down below on this video. That's free money?
Free money.
Free money! We're gonna pick one lucky winner out of the comments at random if you comment the wolf within 1 week of this video going live. Good luck. What's up guys? Welcome back to Backroad Driver. We're in the hunt for low tens today, and we've made some major, just kind of crazy improvements on cooling for the Supercharger on my 2018 F-150 with a VMP ODIN Supercharger. We're gonna show you the system, and then we're gonna get out in Mexico today and try to get a lower 10, and who knows, this could be one of them unicorn days. Who knows when we drop into the nines? It's gonna happen eventually, guys.
Hey guys, we're here at RM Motorworks. This is Roddy Mitchell. You know this guy. He's gonna walk us through what we've done here. This is pretty special, guys. Take a look.
Hey guys, we started off with new coolant manifolds down here at the Supercharger to increase flow into the Supercharger. So now the ID size is the same size as the Supercharger, so we're not choking it down. When we put all this dash 16 hose on here to increase all of our capacity, inlet and outlet to the Supercharger.
So what did we start with size-wise?
We were at 1/2 inch hose, I believe.
Now just to clarify guys, this is on our Forced Induction Interchiller system that keeps this thing cool. It's actually on the cooling system for the Supercharger, but we've upgraded the heck out of that.
Correct. We wanted to get as close to 1 inch as we could inside diameter. This is 0.9. So the only choke or hold back on the system now is the pump that comes with the VMP blower. We have a new pump. It's currently back ordered, but once you get the new pump, the flow capacity and everything will be higher, so we'll be able to cool everything quicker. All of these fittings are AN, so everything, every connection point on the Supercharger cooling system is all AN. So basically it's track ready to reduce leaks. Our biggest worry was heat expansion or constant expansion from hot and cold to the center chiller system. We get down to 19 degrees, but of course from running and driving, you're not that cold. So we didn't want to see a bunch of expansion or anything of the sort that would create leaks down the road for these guys.
So if we're running this thing on a 90-degree day and it's 90-degree ambient temperature outside, then we stop and drop the temp on the system to what?
Say you got it down to 20 degrees. We wouldn't see
80 to, 70, 80 degree drop.
Swing, exactly. And we didn't want to see any issues anywhere, or we wanted to make sure that we were reducing headaches.
Guys, this is some of the old tubing that we were using, and you can see this Y splitter. There was 2 of these on a VMP kit. I mean, you're getting choked down that far, and now look at these Ys that come with this kit. I mean, massive flow increase.
Yeah, it's like humongous.
So we're not having any choke points like this anymore, so the flow is going to be so much better, especially when we get that new pump. We did have this B Woody tank in the system, and we still had the factory heat exchanger, or actually the VMP heat exchanger for the Odin in the system, and when we go make a pass, we had valves to shut that off and cut it off of the system. Now we've removed that system completely, and we've also added a Whipple tank that goes with a Whipple Supercharger. It's a 2-gallon tank that fits down in the frame, and we've put that in a little different location than where some of you guys do. The interchiller system is in the place where this tank would normally be, so the tank is actually sitting up a few inches in front of that.
All AN fittings down low.
Correct.
Now on this B Woody tank, we have actually taken all this out and cut these bungs, or actually you made new bungs?
So these are dash 16 bungs that we welded to the tank, and we got rid of the hose barb fittings that were there.
So flow here is going to be maximized. Also did the same thing down on the Whipple tank. Everywhere we can, we have 0.9 fittings at this point. So
I want to point out how pretty this stuff is, guys. Like, yes, they made these parts that go into the Supercharger. I'll have him talk about that in just a second. They've also got, I mean, this stuff is rigid. Like,
got a clamp.
You could hang on this deal right here, but we got a clamp in between these 2 hoses with RM on there. But like, this stuff is freaking art at this point.
Guys, for any of your high performance needs, give these guys at RM Motorworks a call. Guys, you can see they can make custom parts in-house. They can do anything you want. These guys have vehicles themselves that they push to the limit. He's got a ZL1 that is a track monster.
1LE. He paid
ZL1 1LE, big wing on the back. Lots of special parts. I think they won an award at
we did
LS Fest. I mean, these guys can do it all. Give them a call if you need anything. We'll put a link to their site down in the description.
Thanks, guys.
We're about to head out to Mexico, but we're gonna test this system first and just see how cool we're getting. Down to 30 there. Supercharger lids down in the 90s. It started a minute ago at like, 110, 115.
Getting on down here, 22. It's bouncing around a little bit. We're getting down in the low 20s now. Let's see. It's like this fitting's 35 degrees, 34 degrees.
We're going deep in the teens now. We're at 15. You still don't have like visible ice on fittings and stuff yet. So we're gonna get down there before we actually go make a run.
Too much sauce.
What happened?
Mexico was a little sloppy on the track conditions, and
It snowed down there, so they had some salt brine
they
on
had
the
some
road.
salt brine on the road, 2 coats probably.
Yep.
And then somebody was moving a bunch of dirt, and I'm talking about a dump truck about every 30 seconds making a pass through there.
Big coating on the road.
They're loading it up. It's dusty coming off the hill.
So new day, making another run. Going to see if we can break 10.58 because that's our old best. I mean, we didn't even get a full run in right there. So here's what happened on the next runs with a little bit better conditions. After it's rained a little bit, clean those roads off.
I don't know, guys. We may need that new pump to get a little better time.
So 10.60 is the best we could do today. Not making any excuses. Sam's going to tell you what we think the culprit is. We've learned something very important about our new interchiller system. While we were going through this process between the first day and today of making runs, we've done some more research and found out why we may not be getting better results even though we've got bigger lines and more coolant actually running through the system now. So I'm going to let Sam tell you about that.
Guys, we've got a better time with this truck than for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 videos in a row. I mean, we've been consistent with bringing a better time to you guys. We didn't do that today. That's just how racing goes sometimes. We went out, we spent a lot of money. We've got these fancy hoses that are 1-inch diameter. It's gonna flow so much more. But now that we've increased the hose size, our little bitty pump that came with the Odin kit, we're still stuck with that right now, guys. And with the other restrictions in the system, you kept that line pressure up a little higher. We were moving a little bit more volume through the system, and you could see that in the swirl pop before. Now that we've increased our line sizes everywhere, including in and out of the supercharger itself, it's kind of like you got a water hose and you're spraying them with a water hose. You run that water hose through, say, a 6-inch PVC pipe, you're not got much flow. It's just kind of rolling out the end. So we've got to get us a bigger pump. We've got it on order. It's back ordered nationwide. Everybody's got the same problems right now. But we get that pump, it's going to flow like a fire hose, and we're going to be able to get these temperatures down a little bit better. Because we also found out that the pump that comes with the VMP kit, it has a thermal cutoff for being too cold. So it's getting down to a certain temperature and it's saying, I don't need to pump anymore. That's all turned off with the new pump as well.
Most of you guys probably know this is our first kind of drag racing vehicle. It's obviously the first on the channel. Sam has done some major modifications and tried to go for drag race times with an Infiniti Q60 back in the day. But guys, we're learning on the fly here. We've learned a lot about tire pressure, suspension setup, interchiller cooling for the Supercharger, E85, how important a tune is. We've built the transmission. Like, we're doing everything step by step here, and that's how most people do it. But just because we're on YouTube doesn't mean that we know everything, much less anything. We're actually learning this and showing it to you as we learn it, and we really appreciate you guys coming along for this journey, the highs and the lows. But I guarantee you there's more highs in the future, low numbers, high points, however you want to say it. But guys, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.